Hey guys, BA Bricks here, and I just thought I'd give my 2 cents about the recently just gone LegoCon. As of filming this or recording this now, it would be just exactly 24 hours afterwards, and I just thought I'd give my opinions on it. Just to start off with, if I've edited the thumbnail, it'll already say massive writing failure on it because that's exactly what it was. It was hyped up quite a lot. I mean, Lego kind of kept plugging it on their YouTube and on their Facebook, Twitter pages, and Instagram pages, and it just didn't hit any notes. Like it failed on every single expectation. Now I had low expectations to start off with anyway, but it just failed miserably. It didn't even come close to meeting the low expectation I set it, which wasn't very high. Trust me when I say it wasn't very high at all. To start off with, the presenters were just fake plastic presenters. They were no, like, I can't stand watching Lego Masters. I think the American version is too cheesy, and I think the UK version, it just lacks that enthusiasm. I think somewhere in the middle would be a perfect Lego Masters. I'm unsure about other countries, maybe that they have the perfect formula for that. But as I said, that's the two reasons why I can't stand watching Lego Masters. It's just too cheesy on the far end of the scale for one, and not enough enthusiasm in the other. And they brought one of them onto LegoCon to present it, which is really just terrible when you can tell that the presenters are only there because they're getting paid. They're not actually there because they have enthusiasm for the product or because they have any kind of love for what they're doing. It shines through and just kind of reflects badly on your company, and reflects it hits a note with the viewer that's actually paying attention to that. They just uh over enthusiasm, but it was fake enthusiasm. It was like a lot of, oh wow, that's cool, that's really cool, when actually you can tell they didn't actually care. They didn't give two whatever's about it, you know. The questions were scripted. None of those questions that were answered were from fans that were watching live. There was no way in hell they were live questions. And they can easily tell that, like the way they were spoken, the way they were written, the way that they were given to the designers, which was clearly rehearsed in advance to give the designers the way to plug and advertise the products that they had in their hands, which was very poor. I mean, and they didn't try and hide that fact very well either. I mean, it's which is even poorer on their part. You at least try and hide it. Don't make out your audience as that stupid to not realize that they are scripted questions, and that anyone watching's who actually legitimately asked a question is never going to get answered at all. Because I can trust you, they were never going to answer any audience questions. Because most of the questions that the audience were asking were the questions that they completely avoided, never asked. For example, most of the Star Wars sets, like the UCS gunship comes to mind, and then you have the Skywalker saga, which we still don't know if it's going to come out or not, or if it's still in production, or if it's been cancelled, or is it still in development. We just haven't got a clue about it. Like, and again, that's what got to me as well about LegoCon. Throughout, like, I've been keeping an eye on their news feeds on Twitter and that kind of stuff. And anytime a fan or a person would ask them about the Skywalker saga, they'd be like, "Oh, we never know, but stay tuned, wink wink," as in we probably will mention it, or something about a gunship or another set from an Ninjago series or from something new sets from any other theme. They were like, "Oh yeah, you'll never know. It might come up, wink wink," as in, yeah, we're probably gonna mention it, so stay tuned. They were baiting people to watch it, and 90% of the people who were probably baited were like, what the hell is this? I mean, it's not like, when I see, like, hear of a con, like, you have Comic Con, you have everything. It's like interacting with the fan base that creates what your brand is. So you have Marvel and everyone that are at Comic Con. You have these specific events. They have Q&As. They have everything else, proper Q&As, where you can get involved, really connect with the fans. And I think, if anything, Lego has just shown how disconnected and how far apart they are from their fan base. I mean, it's a known fact that 90% of Lego sets purchased are bought by adults. Whether they're for kids or not is beside the fact. They are purchased by adults, for the most part, for adults. Kids aren't buying these $300 to $600 sets for themselves. Those are adults buying them, and they have to learn they've learned that. Of course, they know their fan base is of adults, but from what I watched yesterday, 2 hours that I'm never getting back, by the way, it just shows how disconnected they are with their fan base. They didn't give us one thing we actually wanted to know or didn't already know. They didn't give one kind of interesting fact that we didn't already know, that hasn't already been plastered all over their Facebook news feeds and Twitter pages and everything like that. It was just so unwell. It was so, just wasn't even close to being a good thing. It was just crap. It was complete and utter rubbish. There was nothing on LegoCon yesterday. that made me go, oh, you know what, Lego, you're really in tune with your fan base. It wasn't even that I wanted to see any new products. It was just I was expecting something kind of fun that I could put on in the background while making a build and go, and stop making the build and actually watch it and be interested. There wasn't once where that happened. I don't think I took my eyes off the build I was doing at all, or the football match that was on behind me during LegoCon. It was that disinteresting and nothing caught my attention. I'm a big fan. I have been a fan of Lego for 20 plus years, and not one thing on that show was for me. Even if the show was directed at kids, it was a very it was a very bad kids show. That's saying a lot, because I've seen a lot of bad kids shows. I've got a 2-year-old daughter. I've seen a lot of bad kids shows in my time, and that was just the worst. Again, I don't know if they're just confused whether what audience they wanted to do. They tried to make it too PG or not PG enough. It just didn't make any sense. Like, nothing about it made sense. They failed on so many things. They let so many people down. They hyped up something that didn't need to be hyped because there was nothing in that show that was hypeable. So yeah, it was just bad form on Lego's part, just to show a blatant disregard for your fan base, like, because that's what it was. It was just two fingers to the audience that who spend thousands. Me personally spend thousands and thousands of euros on their products every year, just to hype everything up so far, and to be like, to try and bait us in to watch it, to see, oh, you're going to see some new products that you haven't seen before. We have seen them all before. I mean, they can't be that ignorant to not know that these leaks have been on the internet for months. I mean, don't show me something that I already know everything of. I may not have seen a proper picture of it before, but I know everything. I know the set number, I know the price, I know the piece count. So don't be ignorant and show me something that I already know everything about. Show me something new. Surprise me. That's what everyone wanted. It didn't care if you wanted Star Wars, Ninjago, whatever theme that you wanted to see there. We just wanted to be surprised. And there was nothing on that show that made me go, wow, I was not expecting that. And that's where they missed the mark as well. They should have showed us something that we were not expecting. Like, even if they didn't show us a gunship or something, that they should have showed us something that we would have went, wow, I wasn't expecting them to show that this early, or give us a sneak peek on what might be in the 2022 wave for some of the creator expert sets or the 3-in-1 sets or something like that. Just give us something to be like, wow, well done. You have a vague idea what we want, so thank you. But there was nothing like that. It was 2 hours of utter tripe and garbage. There was nothing in that show that would make me want to watch it again. And when they said stay tuned for 2022, no thank you, I'm not tuning in next year. I'll catch up on a recap, I'll read a review on a recap, and I still won't be any worse or better off for it. And that's what, at the end of the day, that's how you know it was terrible. Because any fan who didn't see it is no better or worse off from not watching it. The fans who did watch it are worse off because they wasted 2 hours of their lives watching it, to no avail. So Lego, if you're watching this, you need to fix something, because that was awful. It was utterly awful, and you need to start connecting with your fan base again. On numerous parts throughout for the past year and a half, I've noticed you being further and further disconnected to your fan base, and LegoCon has just further proved that point. It really has. Anyway, guys, that's been me again. That's BA Bricks. That's been my little rant on LegoCon, and I'm not the only one that shares this opinion. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of other people, adults, teenagers. I'm sure there's a few kids actually who hated it. I know I couldn't keep my daughter interested enough in it to watch it, so that's for sure. But yeah, it's just so disheartening to hype something up for so long, to be expecting something to surprise you, and then wham, nothing. A whole lot of nothing. That's all it was. It's just terrible. Absolutely terrible. I really hope that they didn't spend a lot of money on that, because if they did, what a waste of money. I hate wasting money. I'm sure they do too. So if they spend anything in excess of like 100,000 euros or anything like that to film that, to pay the producers, do whatever they had to do, because let's be honest, the stream quality was crap. It went down 3 or 4 times. It was buffering constantly. The stream was crackly. The audio was all over the place. It was out of sync. I mean, come on, like, you've hyped this thing up for 2 months and you can't solve something as stupid as that. I could go on YouTube tomorrow and live stream and have better streaming quality and better live stream quality. If that was the case, why didn't they just stream on YouTube? If their site was gonna crash because of so much server traffic, why just do on YouTube? Let YouTube handle the traffic. That way your audio won't suck, your visuals won't suck, and for the most part you won't go off broadcast for 20 minutes at a time. I mean, come on, like, there's so many things that they could have done better and didn't. There's so many things that they effed up in that show. Anyway, guys, that's my rant over. I just love ranting about it because it's just annoyed me so much, and it's nice to get it off my chest about how stupid and how much of a waste of time it was. And if me filming a 10-minute video to voice my frustration and editing for an hour helps me feel better, then I'm going to do it. And that's what I did. So anyway, guys, that has been the biggest Lego con failure, whatever you want to call it, that on my thoughts on it. I have been BA Bricks. Thanks for listening this, Lyre, if you're still here. And hope to see you again. I've got reviews, everything coming up in the next week. Hope to have official set images of more sets that are rumoured, still in the rumour mill, hopefully come out, because that would surprise us. But Lego seem to not want to do that anymore. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I've been BA Bricks. You've been awesome. Stick around. Hit that subscribe button if you liked what you saw or heard. And yeah, just subscribe. Thank you. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.